guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gifty. I'm a midwife based in the United Kingdom, and I make videos regards to pregnancy, birth, newborn, mums, and all things pregnancy and birth related. Now, if this is the first time watching my video, I would love for you to please subscribe to the channel, help me to grow my channel, and of course share this video with anyone that you feel will benefit from the information that you hear in this video. And if you have any questions at all, please leave it in the comments box below and I'll be more than happy to reply for you. In this video, we're going to discuss about sex during pregnancy, when you should have sex, and when to avoid sex in general. Maybe sometimes temporarily, or to avoid it until your doctors give you, the reassurance to resume again or to go ahead with it. First of all, sex during pregnancy is absolutely normal. The biggest thing I have to say is make sure that it is consensual. You are happy to have sex during your pregnancy and you are giving your consent for it. If you do not want to do it, it's totally your choice and it should never be forced upon you, be made to feel guilty about it, or to feel like you have to do it because, whatever reason which you don't agree with, or, that it's just somebody else's idea. So definitely sex has to be completely consensual during your pregnancy or any other time for that matter. Right, so during your pregnancy, there are times where we will recommend not to have sex. Sometimes it could be just for, temporary or just long-term wise until things improve. First reason not to have sex is when you have already had some bleeding resulting from sex. So following sexual intercourse, you may have had some bleed. This may not be a lot of blood. It could be just when you wipe or just some bits on your underwear after you've had sex. Sometimes when you are pregnant, you can bleed during sex due to the amount of blood flow that you normally have because you're pregnant. And the impact of the penetrating sex could lead you into having some spotting or some bleeding. If this was to happen, please, the advice is for you to go in to see your medical professional to make sure that this bleeding is coming from the vaginal wall and not the uterus. So once you've found out that this was from the vaginal wall, you are always recommended or advised to make sure you restrain from sex for at least 48 hours before resuming sex, and then that should be okay. Another time when you are recommended not to have sex is if you have something called a low-lying placenta. So this is when you've had a scan and your scan has revealed that your placenta is really low and your doctors are keeping an eye on making sure that it does move upwards, or it doesn't stay in the same way, or they're just monitoring you. Then definitely it will be advisable to restrain from sex and not to do it until you've been given the all clear, placenta's moved out of the way. And this is just to make sure you don't avoid, you avoid any major bleeding that could cause from the penetrative sex. So do listen to your doctors or your midwife's advice regarding that, but normally it will come in from your doctors not to have sex during these times where you're waiting. Another time not to have sex where we highly recommend not to have sex is after your waters are broken. So towards the end of your pregnancy or whilst you're waiting for your labor to start, your water might break first. This may be in a form of a big gush that you definitely know your waters are broken, or just a little trickles where you feel like something is leaking. Could be water, you're not really sure. Definitely go and get it confirmed if it is your waters, or if it's just a liquidy discharge that you're getting. So once you found out that your waters have broken, it's highly recommended that you do not have sex during this time, only because the protection around your baby is now gone. So there is a risk of infection getting to your baby. So we do not want you to be having sex just to avoid that issue of infection getting to baby. And then another time where you are recommended not to have sex is if you are just, bleeding during the pregnancy, you have certain conditions such as, hematoma in the womb, in the uterus, and that's been spotted on scan, and you're having some occasional bleeding. It could be a lot of bleeding, or sometimes it could be just small amounts that just keeps coming up day after day, and you are aware of it. They've told you that, this will pass, your body will absorb some of the blood, and some of them will come away until this hematoma is gone. Just to to clarify, hematoma is basically a blood clot inside the uterus, which keeps coming away. It's got no effect on baby in majority of cases, and it will just resolve by itself, but you be kept an eye on to make sure that baby is still okay. And this time they will highly recommend that you do not have any sex. I am pretty sure you will not want to have sex when you are bleeding anyway, and there's a concern or worry regards to some sort of issue in your uterus. Then it's definitely not recommended, and I'm sure you will not even think about having sex anyway. Another time where you shouldn't be having sex is if you are already being told by your doctors for whatever reason that I haven't mentioned, but you know, it's a condition that is personalized to you and you've been advised not to have sex, then definitely do listen to the advice and just restrain from having sex. At the end of the day, it's just, you know, keeping a safety on your baby and for you to get the best possible outcome, and therefore any advice that we give you not to have sex will be in the best interest of you and your baby. So do listen to advice and definitely restrain as much as you can and follow the advice you've been given, either by, you know, your obstetrician or your you know, your midwife or doctor or something like that. If you do have any bleeding at all during pregnancy, please make sure that you do get it checked out. You do let a health professional know, and then they can advise you furthermore on what to do next, or give you extra checks if you need them, and also just to give you more advice and knowledge on what to expect and what is normal and what isn't normal. Okay, I hope you find this video really useful, and if you think somebody out there could you know, benefit from this information, then please do share the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, put on your notification bells, so if I upload the video, you'll be the first to know as well. Thank you so much for watching my channel and this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.